Okay. Oh, and we were also, talking about the nature of this experience we had. And and I'm going to repeat this because I actually wanted to get it on camera, but when I describe to people what I do and I'm soliciting guests or whatever, I say, now, keep in mind, these are not hopes and aspirations kind of dreams. I'm talking about nocturnal visions experienced during sleep. That's just how I phrase it. But it doesn't have to be nocturnal. It's any kind of, so you take a nap for 5 minutes, as you say this one came from.
Yeah.
That is a valid dream as much as any else. And there's a line where dreams intersect or share like overlapping Venn diagram circles with daydreams. And actually one of the books I'm going to be publishing eventually is The Psychology of Daydreams, because it's related to dreams. And there's a bunch of related conditions of, meditation, abstraction, distraction, trance, hypnotism, it's a variety of different ways of kind of putting our mind into altered states and then receiving information that is, and I think it's most important that it is less directed. It's not conscious attention, it's stream of consciousness, undirected. That seems to be the most valuable thing in terms of getting at what's really on our mind, because otherwise there's a selection bias. You're kind of picking and choosing what to focus on consciously. You direct your thoughts. Most of us can. Some people have a hard time with that, but most people can. And then at that point, it's not truly the subconscious talking anymore. It's now the conscious mind and attention that takes over, and that kind of, at that point, it doesn't need interpretation. The person's just saying what they think, what they choose to focus on. So it's a different experience. But a nap in the daytime, perfectly fine. I've rambled on this way too long.
Okay.
So that's okay. Right. It's fantastic. Yep, I just shut up and listen. I try not to interrupt. As anyone knows who might have seen this, I clip that out and that becomes just the dream as told by the dreamer under my What Dreams May Come playlist. So I try not to talk over anything. Lots of fantastic detail for just a short nap, a short dream experience that all kind of, as you said in the very beginning, fades in from our imagination. And usually, I mean, I would say consistently, 100% of the time, this is the experience of falling asleep. It is this gray area where we're awake 1 minute and we're kind of not the next, but we fade into it and we carry waking thoughts into that subconscious experience. At some point it just becomes, less and less and less directed. And the funny thing is, if you actually pay attention to falling asleep, you can't. If your mind is too active, if it is not distracted and abstracting and fading off into daydreaming, it's almost like daydreaming is a precursor to actually falling asleep. We've got to let that process happen. It's very, very fascinating, very interesting.